Hey guys, we are at day 6 of GCP series, and today we'll be covering about the resource hierarchy in GCP. We have seen that by default, any resource we create in terms of GCP, it's going to map to a specific project. Without mapping to a project, we can't create any resource in GCP. For organization use, where it needs involvement of production level deployment and where it involves multiple teams involvement organization. This is the overall view how it is going to look like. Our main organization, it's going to be look like the top root organization, and that's going to be the root of the account. And then any root can have n number of child. Here we call it as folders, and each folder can consist of a number of subfolders, but at any point of time, a single folder should have only one parent folder. So you can't have more than one parent for a specific folder. Parent can have multiple childs, but a single child can have only one specific parent, not two different parents. Okay. And then you can create projects under the folder. This project can be either at the last folder or even at the top level of folder, and any resource you create that will be mapped to a specific project. In case if you don't have organization, then you can just create a project straight away and then you can map the resource to the project. Now what GCP recommends in terms of like or demands in terms of to create the organization structure, because without organization we can't create folder level structure of setup. To create the organizational structure, we have two means. One, either you can be a Google Workspace customer or your organization is using a Google Workspace, then by default you can just integrate the workspace to the GCP and you can link your organization. Or you can create a Google identity which is same as Workspace, but without it, just provide the free tier version of the login service, the SSO we call it as, which is like you log in with your custom domain, right? That service alone, you can, the GCP is offering it for free. We can use that and then we can create our own organization setup. Today we are going to see like how we are going to create a organization setup. In our case, we already have a domain name called eviday.com. Okay, back in AWS I purchased this. We have the domain name. We're trying to create an organization out of it using the domain name which we already have. To do, okay, we have identity and organization. Let's go over that. So here we see something called as go to checklist to enable the organization. And if we come down, you can see like proof of concept and stuff like that. Let's go down. Let's create start. Let's do begin the set. And here you see either you can be new customer or you can integrate your current workspace, or if you already have a cloud identity, then you can use it. For now, I will go with a new customer and we need to sign up for a cloud identity. Let's go for the cloud identity to get it signed up. It asks for basic details. You keep the name as eviday, just me. It asks for the name. I'll keep my name and the email ID and my domain name. It's going to be eviday.com. Yes, let's go. So here I set a username, a password, and then I select I'm not a username, and let's give agree and continue. Here we are signing up only for the identity service. We'll give understand. Now we have got our admin console linked over here. Let's do protect and ready to protect my domain. We want to verify a domain that we own this specific domain. So to do that, okay, here it says go to domain and go to the Route 53, and then I already been here, like I reached to the AWS. It's recognized that this domain is procured using Amazon. and I have the hosted zone here. It's clearly give the instruction like where should I go and create the one. It's asking me to create a TTL record. This is the record they're expecting to create, and if you see they already give the example site as well, like how it should be there. I need to create a record set and txt type, and then name field black, alias to no, TTL of 3 seconds, and just the value I need to add it. So let's go for here, create a record. As they said, name field blank, record type as txt, the value as this, alias is being turned off, TTL to 300 seconds. Done. Our txt record is created, and then if you go here, let's say product domain. Now the domain name verification should happen, and then our domain should get added over here. Done. That now we have created the new account, or like the new user, and I have signed in. Now it says I need to continue by logging to the new account which you created. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch tab where we logged in as the new user. And if you see, by default now the organization is created. To create the organization, we need the official domain registered, and then we need the official email ID. Once it's done, now we could see I have the organization called evidai.com, and we can set up the foundation. I will keep it for some other day. And if we go to the manage resources, now we can create a folder, and we can create projects, and then we can do rest other magic. To recall what you have done, we went ahead with the normal user, the techpage@gmail.com which we had, and then we searched for the keyword identity and organization, and then we tried creating go to checklist. I went with start production, and then to enable the organization, we need a valid domain name already enrolled. In my case, I already have the domain name called evidai.com, and which is enrolled in the, it can be, you can procure from any domain. It can be from GoDaddy, it can be from even the Google domain itself. All you need is you just need your domain purchased in your name. Okay, and then once you have that in place, you would need to come here, and then it would ask for creating the identity. If you go for like begin the setup, it would say three options over here. Either you're a Workspace customer or already cloud identity customer. You just go with I am a new customer. So you don't need to go ahead and purchase the product of Workspace. You just need to say like I'm a new customer, and then it will take you to the cloud identity where you would go and say what domain name you own, and then the provide basic details over here. Once it's done, it's going to give you a txt record. So you need to go to your DNS and then add the specific txt value for your domain verification purpose. And going further, you can't access organization from the account which you're using, like the techpage@gmail.com, where else you can access the accounts from the part of the new one which we created. In your case it can be like different. In my case it is going to be admin@ebj.com. Once I log in that, I could see the organization has been created, and now I can go ahead and create projects, and then I can create a folder, and then we can play with IAM service to provide this current one, the admin owner, for the existing resources, and then we can migrate the projects, I believe. That's how it's going to be. Hope you find this video helpful. That's all about day 6 of the video.